Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Mike Lowe, and you are looking at a screenshot here from the Madden Mod community that I wanted to share with you. This was not my post here, but it just kind of explains how progression works in the mod, or the mod community, I guess. This is from T-Dog, who you may know from the XP sliders, but this is kind of his explanation of how the progression tool works and the fact that it's not based on stats and that stats will never directly impact it. So, of course, you can pause this screen if you want to read all of this. I'm not going to read it to you. But basically, younger players, just like it would be in Madden with XP, have a higher chance of progressing, I guess you could say, and it's a little bit based on dice rolls. It's based on things like their particular ranking as far as like normal dev and star dev and that sort of thing. That still takes it into account, but really it makes sense. The younger a player is, the more likely they are to get a positive dice roll. But any player could get a zero dice roll, and that's what we had with Bryce Young. He was like a 71 coming into this second season, and he stayed at a 71. And the idea is that it replicates real life, is that players, you could say, oh, it's crazy. My guy won the MVP. He should get a stat bump. Well, should he? He just won the MVP. You just told us that. He's obviously good enough, so maybe not. Like, I get the argument. I'm not saying I'm completely against it, but the idea is that this allows you to have kind of peaks and valleys in a season's or in a player's career. It's not always just going to be a straight line trajectory, and that's what you get with kind of out of the box Madden. So I think it's pretty cool. Again, pause the video if you want to go through and read all of this, but again, younger players get more impact. It's been a completely redone progression system here, and you do have to run it through the Madden tools. I showed that on a previous video, but in case you wanted to see what that looks like, that's this tool here. It's called My Franchise, and you just go in and load up your particular league. I'll just load up an old one here because I don't want to load up my active one. And then inside of the tools, you're going to get to your franchise, and you'd be using this. Now, be very, very careful because you only want to run it in preseason week 1. And so again, that would just kind of set up those random dice rolls. But all of the different tools are here. Another tool I'm going to talk about in this video is this adjust trade block. I ran it for the first time and it's pretty cool. I wanted to show you. You're getting much more realistic trade offers. There's been a few trades that are maybe like, whoa, like that's kind of crazy. Why would we see that here? But nonetheless, you have to understand it. It's a game, and a game's looking at numbers. And so, first, let me show you the offers that we're getting after I ran this in week 6, like I'm supposed to. Then I advanced to week 7, and I didn't put any of these players on. It has J.C. Horn and it has Brian Burns, both guys who I have not extended yet. I don't like to do my extensions here with players in their last year until the trade deadline's over because you just don't know. And there's some good trades in here. I mean, they're going to be way better trades than you get out of the box with Madden. There's no question. And I'll just kind of flip through and you can see some of these. But a lot of these just didn't really make sense. Rashawn Gary would kind of be like a lateral move, and Joe Tippmann's interesting, but I just value an outside pass rusher far more than I do a center, and especially one with the X factor. So Saquon Barkley, so there's some names here. If you really wanted to kind of like redo your team a little bit, you would have that opportunity to do so. J.C. Horn also brought in a couple interesting trades. I was actually really tempted by a couple of them. One was a kind of a lateral move, which I'll explain. But let me just kind of flip through some of the names here, and you can see. Again, I don't value safeties. I like safeties, don't get me wrong, but you can kind of find guys in the NFL like that. You probably saw Puka Nacua. I'm going to go back to him here in a second. But some other names here. Trayvon Walker appearing on the trade. And imagine, this is 2024. Would you be shocked if Trayvon Walker is on the trade block next year? Maybe, but it's not terribly unrealistic. It's certainly better than the garbage you're going to get out of the box. So again, some pretty cool trades. Khalil Mack, certainly, depending on how the Chargers are doing, that would make a lot of sense. And so you can just see that teams are shopping certain players. And so there was I thought there was a trade with the Patriots where it was kind of like a cornerback. So yeah, so Marcus Jones was like a cornerback swap. He is a little bit older, and we got a 5th-round pick. So I looked at this, but to me, I like that J.C. Horn can play. Marcus Jones is faster, and he's got better acceleration, so a lot of you might have jumped on that. But I like to play a lot of match zone defense. J.C. Horn's a better match defender, so I ended up turning that down. The trade that was really tempting, of course, is Puka Nacua here, 23-year-old receiver. We just had Thielen go down with an injury, and our pass game's been bad. Admittedly, some of that's just me. I'm pushing it too much. We're getting behind in games, and as much as I want to run the ball to not let Bryce Young have to win games, we're kind of forced into it, and he's just not been very good. It's no surprise. It's a 71 overall. Our game planning, I let the coach kind of set up the game plan, has not really matched up with, I think, what we need to do. Like, he wants to just kind of chuck the ball around a lot, which makes sense. Lincoln Riley is our head coach. But it's not a good marriage right now between our quarterback and coach. And so, as expected, we still just have the one win. I think we're 1-5 right now. But Puka Nacua, of course, would be a really, really great player. Super good speed. It can run really clean routes. I was really tempted to do this, but to me, I'm still prioritizing defense. I don't think Puka Nacua is going to come in and suddenly, like, yeah, here we go. Things are going to be great, and we're going to start winning games now. We're 1-5. I just don't need to push it. We also have next week still, so I'm kind of curious to see what other trades might pop up there. But for now, I still think I'd rather re-sign Burns. Puka Nacua is intriguing, though. But, if you look at the top of the draft, you got to kind of look at all this different stuff. There's not a lot of scouting back yet, which I love. I love that this is it's handled differently. You'll get a lot of guys to 95% now with the scouting, but it's still really vague. You're not really going to get too many guys that ever get to 100. You're certainly not going to get like full positions that go, well, I guess you would if you really kind of like overdid your scouting in a certain area. But look at this. We have 2 receivers here in the top 5. So another reason to, maybe we don't need to rush it so much with Puka Nacua, because the only outside linebacker or pass rusher really would be Michael Williams, and who knows? We have twice as likely to grab a receiver here in the top 5 than we would an end. So, and hey, I'd rather have 2 ends than maybe 2 better receivers, especially on a team that we're just trying to run the ball. Really, we're just trying to help run the ball. So we're going to jump into some gameplay. I wanted to kind of just show you guys that there. Trades around the league, by the way. Again, there's been some surprising ones, but you have to look a little bit further back than just like, oh, in real life, this is crazy. Like, the Lions would never trade Sam Laporta for Josh Jacobs. That's a massive trade, but I don't know. This is 2024. It's in this fictional universe. I don't even know what these teams' records are. Sam Laporta might have had a terrible dice roll. I have no idea what's going on with this. But as a Lions fan, of course, I was shocked to see that. But you can see Budda Baker. Raiders have been moving players. Devontae Adams was sent there. So it's definitely are seeing some trades here that are, pretty eye-popping, pretty cool stuff so far as we approach the trade deadline. But wanted to get in some gameplay playing a 2-4 Falcons team. They beat us last time. They're a much better overall rated team. Our offense is a 79 overall. We're just not good. Bryce Young not playing great, but it is what it is. Just going to get in and play, talk some football with you guys. Hope you're all having a great week so far. I am feeling pretty good. Leaving for vacation in a week, by the way. If I don't stream for a little bit, it can be overseas.
It's Madden NFL 24.
We're just going to jump in. Oh, man, the gameplay patches are so good. We have patch 5.0 now, gameplay patch. So you'll see some fun stuff for sure. Getting sacked a lot. I think I got sacked 6 times, back-to-back games. Obviously, that's tough. I did make 2 50-plus yard field goals last time out, which is pretty wild. Yeah, thanks for checking out the channel, guys. Make sure you give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, leave a comment. Been chatting with a lot of people this week about Madden and just NCAA football, college hoops, 2K8, I mean, whatever. Talk about whatever you want. Sports gaming for sure. Other games too. You got recommendations? Let me know.
43-6 while he was in college, has speed, dual threat ability, and production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback. Here we go. Here we go.
Oof, nice play.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6.
That's not good.
Across the 30 to the 31. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up.
You can see here the gameplay mod has unlocked a bunch of these cutscenes. Tattoo mod, of course.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain
Two
on the
starters
play
out.
that time, and they'll look to convert on what'll be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Yeah.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
All right, made him work for it.
Across the 35 before he's out of bounds. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. Second down and a run by Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards.
Our defense has been playing a lot better lately. It's unfortunate. Just I mean, our offense really puts our defense in tough positions.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Ritter now.
Oh, come on. Yeah, get to me.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. .47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Panthers will take over now.
Bryce Young's
1st
not
and
been
10.
good. Haven't thrown a touchdown pass in a few weeks.
For their opening drive.
We've scored 7 2 weeks ago, 9 last week. He's got now more interceptions than touchdowns. I think last year he had 11 touchdowns and 10 picks. So I mean, we're started off better, and then yeah, he's just not been sharp.
No touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team
Beeling out now.
And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets.
That's gonna help. We can play defense and we can run the ball. I mean, we can win games.
This one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Coach called the inside run game plan there, so might have benefited from that.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Cut back
It's
there.
going to be another good run on 1st down. This one goes for 14 as he is eating him up here to begin the drive. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 17 carries, 60 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in
I
this
thought he
game.
could at least catch it and run a little bit. Yeah.
And 3rd and 8 now.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do.
Well,
Don't
they have
you
a
accept
blitz
on the
here.
stats. Throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
no
yardage.
yardage. Okay.
Young on 3rd down.
Ooh, oh, good block.
And that is incomplete.
Nice call by
Pretty
the
conservative there. Let's see, they had a nice pass block. How many did they send there? They didn't blitz. See, I was just kind of getting him out in one-on-one, but I had more time. I've been getting sacked so often that it's like, oh, just feeling rushed to get rid of the ball. But that's a great block.
Yeah, just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their
Play
dime
a little field
package.
position game here.
Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll run with Ridley. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Von Bell up to make the tackle. You look at this Carolina defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? Their smarts and communication. They play really well as a unit.
Found a little room
Went
there
with
as he's up
pass
to
predict
about
there.
the
Yeah,
37.
burned a little bit.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
First catch here for London, and also a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that
bad
place.
zone coverage
Usually a
there.
tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Powering forward. And able to
Keep going for the strip. Totally missing.
Down, but a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the
Game
line.
plan says they like to
2 yards
run
to gain the first here.
a lot on 3rd and short. So we're going to predict it here.
Ritter.
Got burned.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Come on, D. Make a play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Tackled by A.J. Epinesa.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Let's go. Blue check. Check pink. Ready, go.
Go and play action. Ritter. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
There's the rookie.
He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They got to find a way to all get on the same
Going for it.
page.
You're going to see more aggressive play calling. We're going to do run predict here.
They'll run for it.
Oh my gosh. Missed the strip.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown.
Did run predict, but I did it to the right.
Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only to first, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And Brandon, you and I know that all
80
these
yard
coaches
drive,
tell
nice
us
drive
if every play is
for them.
executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest, they were shooting for the first down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
You know, Panthers find themselves behind again. That's been our
That one will bounce out of the back of the end
bit
zone,
of a theme.
so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this Falcon defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Young's throw pulled in by Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Off the play fake, Young.
Jeez.
He throws it on the move.
If I had a little more time to set my feet,
As that
I'm
ball's
wide open.
incomplete.
See if I did set my feet or not. Good protection that time. It's kind of borderline in Madden. If I set my feet, that's... Yeah, I guess I'm okay throwing enough. I mean, that wasn't a terrible throw, but jeez. Come on, Bryce.
1 and 5, really struggling here to start the year.
Kind of four-down territory here.
2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and
Free
when
play.
you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play
Love
really
that
well.
you can actually get these in this gameplay. Guys, it's so
Well,
good.
we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5.
Gotta do that with pass plays,
and keep
though.
it moving.
Come on, stay, hunt, ready.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd and 1, here's Young.
Oh my gosh, Bryce
He had
Young.
him. He was open, but he
Yeah, he was
couldn't get
open.
it to
We're
him.
gonna
It's
go for this, though.
incomplete. That close on 3rd
so
down, I
good.
think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Switch, yellow.
Young takes it on the sneak. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't
What?
get there. During
Are you serious? They didn't give him the first down on that?
As they watch the replay, they
That's
want
a joke, right?
challenge, and they're going to get one.
Is up hell? What?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stays.
So not successful there on the
I
challenge, and
don't
he'll have to be
even know
careful
what to
from
say
here
about
on
that.
out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. The Atlanta offense out there for their next
What
drive.
in the world?
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the
boy.
last time
Yeah,
they
that
had
was
the
my
ball.
zone.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock here? We just got to
Third and one, wide open guy missed him. We QB sneak somehow.
So many times in my
Don't
career,
get it.
coaches talk about completions or
That
one
was super
thing.
strange.
But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Not a good team, guys. Working on it.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
That's fine.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On play action, here's Ritter. That one deep for London. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Check right.
On the counter, this is Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Dang, man's catching everything.
That's Horton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stone cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line, he provided some push, and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he gets tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Youngway Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own
Looked like that
drive
corner blitz,
pay
but
off the points for
really nice
themselves.
job to, or that was the safety that came in. Yeah, very nice.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Definitely blitz. See if we can do bring it here.
Now here's Young.
Oh gosh, really nice play. Took a little too long. Huge blitz.
And it'll lead to a
Oh my
3rd
God.
and long.
Let's see what we had here. I mean, it looked like it was going to be decent. He was covered, but I mean, I shouldn't say covered. He wasn't wide open, but I mean, this was going to be a good matchup. No, it was Bates on him though. So yeah. But he definitely had good leverage.
Let's go.
Real deep routes here.
To throw, Young. Oh, it's deep for Duvernay.
Oh, are you kidding me? He picked us off twice in the first game we played him. I mean, that's such a good route, man. He ran that route so clean. That was, I mean, a decent throw. I actually am shocked that he intercepted that. Good protection, finally. I don't know what else to do. I mean that coverage is just, he's so good. So I mean, but like just the way he closes, I don't know if that's just the combo of Bates is super good. / Bryce Young just can't throw a deep ball. Because like, wow, it's hard to score. It is hard to score.
I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's
another
gonna be
interception.
one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it.
I mean, I'm 100% fine throwing that ball.
He shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second down and 8.
Here we go.
Ritter. Checks this one down to Robinson. So he stopped for no gain. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage.
But again, part of that last drive for us was 3 passes in a row. When we're running the ball well, that's the game plan. Like,
Quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
squeeze, man.
Pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That one goes for 8 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
Robinson up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. We'll get a pause.
It's tough to
here.
force
There appears
turnovers,
to
too.
be
I don't think we have a
Panther
single
who was
interception
shaken
this
up
year.
on that last play.
Yeah,
The
I've
medical
thrown
staff is going to come
8.
out here and take a look, and we will take a short
Also
break.
hard to win with that ratio going on.
Ritter back to throw. Got one down the slant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Hand off now to Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and throw it for a loss.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Ready, ready.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Ritter will set up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball away,
Carolina's
what's the
pretty
first
bad,
thing
guys.
the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact,
give it a shot.
in
See if we can get a little
2021,
spark here.
that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Carolina getting set to take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to want to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others,
Worked out. I was going to push the wrong button, so.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, and
poor
really try
Bryce
to get to
Young.
the ball even faster.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Coach just wants to give up.
Says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes
man,
you go
it's so
ahead and
sad.
try too. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard.
1 yard.
The Falcons going to use one of their timeouts.
Man,
It's
it's
just their first, so they'll have two.
got some
remaining
layers
here
of toughness
before
going on
we
here.
get to
It's
halftime.
tough when you're a bad team.
On fourth down,
It's
the
tough when
punt
you get the
team is
momentum
on as this is
going
set
against
away.
you. It's tough with this
And a fair catch
gameplay
taken back
patch
near about
5.0.
the 35, 36
The
yard
Madden
line.
Modding Community
So
gameplay
change of
patch.
possession here on the punt.
On
And
all
it will
Madden.
be
It
Falcon
is
football.
quite unforgiving.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 37.
Defense starting to get tired.
Here's Ritter. And this one nearly picked off.
Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Ritter now on second down.
Oh my gosh, guys.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right
boy.
at the 25. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Ritter on first and 10.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Here we go. Ready?
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Days?
No, it did not. It did not.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stops right there. All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. Fire.
Touchdown! Drake London, his second
Man.
touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute
They've
of
run
the half.
40 plays in this half.
Koo able to connect on the extra
So I
point,
can confidently
and that
say
pushes
it's
the
not,
lead up to an even
our
20.
defense isn't all that bad. They just can't be on the field the whole game.
Following the touchdown, here's
Our
Koo
margin
to
for
kick
error
off.
is just like minuscule. Just
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Panthers going to go back on
right,
offense
Bryce,
here
don't worry
late in
about
this
it.
first
Let's
half.
go.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Flush to his right.
actually tried to just throw that out of bounds. That was bizarre.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That guy's open. I just didn't want a short
Incomplete
completion
pass leads
to use a
second and
timeout.
10 from the 25. Young now.
Nope. That's a terrible throw.
Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he'll return
Let's
it
see
to the
here.
20.
So yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, way too tight of a window. Had a receiver with the safety one-on-one deep. Obviously underneath was open. Yeah, just bad. Bryce Young, I don't know, man.
Fortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Blue check. Check pink. Ready, go.
Ritter to throw it. And he's got it. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ritter from the gun. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. That one deep for Marshall, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Yeah, who cares? Stick with the original game plan, which was...
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. The Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he gets this up across the 35
4 of 13,
before he's
2
out of
picks.
bounds.
That's
2
wild.
catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
97. Ready.
Young will set to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away.
Just looking for the 88 over the middle here, just to kind of sit, but that's really well covered. Again, like over the middle is so 50-50. Like that's obviously a lot of green out there, but there's a lot of white jerseys. Maybe over there I wasn't actually looking that side, so just kind of felt the pressure, took the check down, and made a terrible throw.
Almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Guys, I mean,
Gets it quickly out to
there's 2 of you.
Marshall.
You got to block.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Oh,
If you're
man,
a wide
guys.
receiver and they call a
That's tough.
screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Again, it's Young. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Drop for a...
Let's see. I was looking to the right here. I felt like I had a completion where with the slot receiver, he's just running an out. Just had to wait for it to open up. Yeah, it probably would have been there. I guess I should have looked at my third option here, but that's kind of a tight window.
by multiple defenders. There's the Panthers punter.
Well, at least we can talk
as
football.
he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Left tackle Eric Fisher, the former Kansas City Chief, the guilty party. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Toss play to Robinson. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
55 yards of offense. Ooh, that's not great.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Right back to Hubbard. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
A 1st down throw for Young. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Here we go.
First down, Young. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30.
13 more yards. That's another Panthers first down.
It's Young on first down.
Oh,
And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Young on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll get
hit
that
your
out
block.
wide to Duvernay.
Holy
And
cow.
this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Come on, set.
should have something on the right.
Ready.
Young. Flushed out right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
What he contains pretty bad today.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Hey,
Oh, it's intercepted.
finally an interception.
He's trying to get it to Ridley. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue check. Hut, hut.
They begin the drive. drive with Robinson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Check pink. Opposite. Green. Switch. Yellow.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set hunt. Yellow. Line. Switch red.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Oh, dude. Why did he just touch that ball? That's unreal.
I feel like you and I could be.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in Madden. I can't believe that's just, I mean, of course that happened to us. Oh my gosh. Just how stupid.
With our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball?
Oh my
Look it all
gosh,
the
you
way
guys.
in.
Can't get a
Make sure
break.
you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play. That he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Ball start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Ready. Go.
Again, it's Robinson. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawton, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Guys.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Sebastian Joseph Day picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw, Young. There's Trimble, the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10, Young. The eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Second down, Young.
Oops, wrong button. Yep.
And he's going to be intercepted a third
That
time.
sucks.
And to the 43, so down inside the 45.
That's so ridiculous. Totally hit the wrong button.
Yard line, that's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Set. Ready.
On the give, here's Robinson. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Atlanta.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10
Ready.
at the 29-yard line.
Set. Cut.
That's out quickly to London.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Cut. Cut.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Young Wei Koo for the Falcons field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
Oh, what is that throw?
They'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Striker. 3-3. Blue striker. Ready.
He'll drop to throw.
Throw it. Huh, that was weird. My controller was like had X right there in the middle.
Down he goes.
All right. Well, the stream's kind of a dud anyway, guys. Hopefully the beginning was helpful. If you missed that, definitely check that out. But this game's kind of a bummer game, so just gonna wrap up the stream here. But again, got to see a couple things in the beginning there. But yeah, thanks for checking out even the bad games, guys. Appreciate it. I'm Mike Lowe. Talk to you next time.